So what's up, fam? So check it, right? So I don't know if y'all have been seeing all of the foolishness that's been surrounding the Olympics in the last few days. I mean, this just got started, what, Friday? Friday afternoon in the US? And by Friday evening, they have already pissed off half of the world. You only come every, 3-4 years? And you showed up acting up. Well, I'm not sure what's going on and why it's going on. But since we gather here today, let's find out together. Let's check out this video. And I want y'all to leave a comment because I want to know what we all thinking. Because, yeah. Yeah, let's just check out this video. This is crazy.
Hey y'all, this is a bit of a different video today because I feel like there's been a lot of buzz about the Olympics, and now just a few hours ago of me starting to record this, they are wiping the internet of all the different videos and pictures and images we have of the opening ceremony. They don't want you to see what I'm about to share with you, so I want to cast some light on this and get you all the information, all the fully unedited videos, so you can make your own decision about how to proceed with this. And I forgot to mention this while recording, but for those of you who are already feel like you're updated on the Olympic stuff, there are some new recent developments that I'm going to talk about later in this video. So if you already feel like you know the background, go skip ahead and go watch that because it's very interesting. I don't want you to miss it when it could potentially get deleted. Enjoy the video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, when it came to the Paris Olympics and the opening ceremony, a lot of people, Christians and non-Christians, are saying that they made a whole opening ceremony about them mocking the Last Supper of Jesus Christ. And so we're gonna just jump straight into that and look at the opening ceremony stuff they're talking about. So this is the first video I have. It's these drag women or men, I'm not gonna get into that, but walking on this catwalk, nothing too unusual here. I mean, it's pretty strange to me, but nothing about mocking Christianity yet. And you'll see as it progresses, we're gonna jump into another clip that seems kind of vaguely demonic.
Saira, as I said,
remember, this is the Olympics.
All will be well.
Well, this part of the ceremony is entitled Liberty and the Quest for Liberty.
And, you know, I'm just not sure what to think about that when I see the flames and the chanting and the kind of demonic imagery. I'm not saying that it is demonic for sure, but it gives me some alarm bells myself. Here's another part of the festivities in the opening ceremony. They have this man on a white horse. And I don't have the audio for this, but when I first saw the audio...
All right, so y'all know what they say in the Bible about the pale horse. Let's continue.
It's pretty eerie. It's got some strange noises going on, and I'm not really sure what they're trying to portray with it. It's a bit of an enigma to me. But when I see this myself, I personally think immediately of the pale white horse of the apocalypse that's recorded in the Bible. I saw some people tweeting about it earlier. Because in the Bible, it says in Revelation chapter 6, verse 8, I looked and there before me was a pale horse, kind of like the one we just saw. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. And I don't know if the people who were coordinating this knew what they were doing when they were portraying such similar biblical imagery as this. It might just be out of ignorance or whatever. But now I'm going to show you the main clip that everybody's been talking about that's just been getting especially deleted and wiped from the internet. Let's play it now. So we got the people lined up at what people are saying is reminiscent of the Lord's Supper.
Oh, definitely.
Now, I'm not really sure what's going on here either. It's a bit of a strange depiction. Looks like they're doing a little bit of dancing, and this woman's making some symbols in the middle there. And so it's just left me a bit confused, honestly. But when we're comparing this video to pictures of the Lord's Supper like I'm putting on screen, it seems to have very stark resemblances that I can't really deny. I mean, it looks very similar to the Lord's Supper there. And shortly after they were doing this, it gets even stranger because this weird blue man gets on the table out of a serving tray and he starts singing a song. He's almost naked, and people are saying that
All right, question. What does any of this have to do with the Olympics? Let's keep watching so we can find out, though.
this is reminiscent of Jesus being in the middle of the Lord's Supper. It's pretty strange. I mean, here are some more pictures I'm going to put on screen of him laying down in the platter like that in a very sexual pose with all the people gathered around. Here's another one I just thought looked kind of funny. I thought I'd throw it in the video there. Kind of reminds me of something out of like Dr. Seuss or something. And then this next one, this one's a bit disturbing to me because I don't know if you see what I see, but it looks like that person is not, their genitals are exposed, which is very strange. But what makes it kind of disturbing even is that there were children close by next to this person while this is all going on that are part of this act. Here are just two on screen, and I'm going to give you another angle. You can see that there are children up there while this person is exposing their genitals. We have this blue person who's almost completely naked, and so it's left a lot of questions for people because a lot of this went unexplained on the onset. And so a lot of people, Christians or non-Christians, were taking this to interpret as being the Lord's Supper, and that Francis trying to mock the Christians with all of this and trying to overtake everything, making it about gay rights and trans rights and inclusivity. It's left a lot of people fired up. Here's a quick response from Andrew Tate. Now, he's Muslim. He says he's Muslim, and so he's calling out the Christians and asking them to respond and see what they're gonna do.
Are any Christians going to stop watching the Olympics? Are any Christian athletes going to step down? Are any of you going to do anything after the most blatant mocking, probably in history, of Jesus Christ? Or are you all going to sit there and do absolutely nothing and talk about how somehow, in the end, it'll be fine?
You know, he's kind of calling out Christians there, but he put his money where his mouth is. Right now, I think probably about the time this video is published, he is protesting with his brother Tristan Tate in Romania in front of the French embassy about this, which I got to give him props for standing up for what he believes in at least. Elon Musk tweeted himself that in regards to this event, this was very disrespectful to Christians. And now let's see who also tweeted. Harrison Butker, and if you don't know him, he's been a controversial Catholic football player lately from his commencement address. If you know about that, I mean, you either do or you don't. But he tweeted out a Bible verse that I think is a great reminder to all Christians here. He says, "Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For what things a man shall sow, those also shall he reap. For he that soweth in his flesh, of the flesh also shall reap corruption, but he that soweth in the Spirit, of the Spirit shall reap life everlasting." Which is true. We're gonna get into the people's motives at the Olympics. This verse is gonna tie in important later, but another response is calling people to do another March for Jesus, just like they did back in May in Paris, trying to get one started up again. George Janko, who has his George Janko podcast that's been blowing up, mad respect to him for that. He tweeted out, "I'm respectfully not watching the Olympics this year. I'd ask that you'd peacefully do the same." And now there were other Christians who took a very extreme angle, like Ryan Garcia. He tweeted out some stuff I don't agree with. He said that all trans people should burn in hell, among some other things. I mean,
now with the stuff that's been going on with Ryan Garcia lately, I don't quite know if he should have been the person saying that, but that's just my opinion.
I might throw him on screen, I might not, but I don't think that's a very biblical way to show love to other people in these scenarios. Well, regardless of all of these different responses, the Olympics saw this and was kind of crapping their pants, I'm guessing, and so they tweeted out shortly after all this commotion was happening. They said the interpretation of the Greek god Dionysus makes us aware of the absurdity of violence between human beings. And so what this is communicating to us is that the blue man up there that we thought was supposed to be Jesus in the Last Supper is actually supposed to be a Greek god. And now one guy tweeted further about this. He says, this was not a mockery of the Last Supper. Please encourage your Christian peers to not join in with those reactions. He further elaborates, the Last Supper had 13 attendees. There were 12 people at the table in the Olympics, and there's 12 Olympians. In the Pantheon, the blue one was Dionysus, and that this was supposed to be a depiction of the drunken sexual parties of the gods, which is, I mean, not very godly either, but that would make it not a mockery of Christianity. This Christian guy, Travis Ackers, tweets out kind of the same thing, and he attaches some imagery that the painting below I'm about to show you is the Feast of the Gods from 1602. And now this is the image up here. This is what the Olympics are saying, that kind of depiction of what people think is the Last Supper is supposed to really represent is this picture on screen. Still a pretty depraved picture from a Christian perspective, but not mocking Christianity, apparently. But let's compare it back with the Lord's Supper again, the opening ceremony, and they still look pretty reminiscent. Like, I want to take their word for it, the Olympics, that it's not supposed to be the...
I don't know. That looks very, very similar. I get they saying it's not, but I mean, we just gonna use our common sense right here. We see what we see. Okay? This is all just weird. Again, what does this have to do with the Olympics? Maybe we're gonna find out. Let's keep watching.
The Lord's Supper, but
First Connect will help you to grow your business very fast. They will guide you to the best way to do insurances.
You're like lying to me if it doesn't look very similar to it. And now I think a lot of other people feel the same way I do. And so the Olympics further, just 5 hours ago of me, at the time of me filming this video, they just released a former apology address that is going viral. So I'm going to play that now, and then we're going to talk about more of the aftermath that came from that.
Clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. On the contrary, I think that Thomas Joly really tried to really intend to celebrate community tolerance. That was his word yesterday. And looking at the result of the polls that we shared, we believe that this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are of course really, really sorry.
Ma volonté n'est pas d'être subversif, ni de me moquer, ni de choquer. Ma volonté est simplement de dire que nous sommes ce grand nous et que hier soir, c'était des idées républicaines, c'était des idées d'inclusion, c'était des idées de bienveillance, de générosité, des idées de solidarité, bref, de ce que je crois nous avons follement besoin. En France, on a le droit de s'aimer comme on veut, avec qui on veut. En France, on a le droit de croire ou de ne pas croire. En France, on a le droit, on a beaucoup de droits, voilà. Et c'était l'idée de faire transparaître ces valeurs-là à travers la cérémonie.
So when I watch this apology, it doesn't really seem like an apology to me. It seems like they're basically saying, hey, these are the values we believe in. We're going to stand by our artwork. If you got offended, that kind of sucks. And let's just look at some YouTube comments. This guy over here said, that's not an apology. That's we succeeded and we will do it again. How is this an apology? The director had zero regrets. And something I missed while recording this video is that C-Spire, one of the advertising agencies that partnered with Paris Olympics, has decided to pull all their advertisings after all of this stuff that's happened with the backlash. Let's see another one. I like this one. There was no apology from either party. There was only, sorry you were offended by our wokeness. We were being inclusive, therefore.
All right. Y'all tell me what you think. I mean, I didn't see an apology. I didn't hear an apology. I don't think they're apologizing for what they meant to do. I mean, I think their goals were accomplished. I mean, I don't know if their intentions were to piss everybody off or that they just didn't care. Either way, y'all leave some comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm curious to see what the thoughts are on this. I don't know. I gotta process this a little bit more because I can't figure out what was the goal, why. I mean, I've seen past Olympics where the ceremonies were absolutely phenomenal. This one, I don't know. It's a bit out of pocket. Listen, y'all like, comment, and share. Let me know what you think. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.